I want to make a video to kind of show how a reading and writing leaning learner might prefer to do a class. So if you said, for example, go teach a partner how to do the poses we just learned. So here you see the words on the card. They'd want to read those words to their partner. So they'd sit and read the whole thing. That's their preference is to learn that way, so that's likely how they would teach. But as they're teaching, they're learning a lot. So it's kind of one of these tricks we do as the educators. We get them to learn the information by teaching it. So I'm just going to read the card as if I were a reading and writing learner. It's downward facing dog. From your hands and knees, spread your fingers out and press your hands down into the floor at shoulder width apart. Curl your toes under and lift your tail up. Bend your knees a little bit and tilt your tail up and back. If your legs feel tight, take turns bending one knee while sending the heel of the other foot towards the floor, and then switch to the other side. To turn up the fun, lift one leg at a time to the ceiling to stretch your hips and legs. Pretend it's your tail. To come out of it, rest your knees down, press your hips back towards your feet, and rest in child's pose. The mantra, I have time for me. Now, that would be way too much to read for a new reader, a first or second grader. So on the new edition of the fall cards, which you'll receive, we actually have cards that just have the name of the pose and a few cues without all of this. So that's because newer readers would be overwhelmed by this, but they still might have a preference to learn as a reading and writing style. So as that's happening, I'm trying to adapt the content. For example, in the shapes lesson plan, they could still read the word shape. A visual learner could see the triangle, could look for the triangles in the body, right? But there's not as much here for a reading and writing learner. They know shapes, right? We've also got the little category there for more of a visual learner. They'd get to read that, but they would probably want more. So some of the content you'll get also has more instructions, and that's because we're thinking all the time about different types of learners.